Hello. Sorry. My computer's all the way over there. I'm using a different camera now because I'm like, don't want to deal with my computer freezing and being an asshole. But, hi, welcome, good morning. It already froze twice on me today. And my tea is almost gone, which is just unfortunate. Okay. So, today, I am playing Witcher 3. And I procrastinated again and decided to wait till this morning to download Witcher 3. So it's downloading right now. I woke up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and realized I hadn't downloaded it yet. But that's where we're at now. I think it's at about like 60%. Last time I checked, it was a little below 40, so we'll figure it out when we get in there. It's not like I have to stream right after I film this or anything. And that's not sarcasm. I really don't have to film or stream anything after this. But anyways, how are you? How's life? I don't know. How's the things that you are currently doing, or any projects that you have? I'm the kind of person who starts projects and then doesn't exactly finish them. So I have about 90 projects. I'm just really bad at like finishing projects, and I don't know why. I get distracted easily, and then all of a sudden I really don't want to do anything. I think the only thing that I really like to finish is painting. And, you know, you can see one in the background there. It's like in that side. So last night, or yesterday, I played Outer Worlds, and that was a really fun game. It was kind of like every other Fallout game I've ever played, so there was not a whole lot different from as far as gameplay, but the story was interesting. I was getting into the story a little bit. You were stuck in cryogenic sleep. You press the button.
I know. I want to watch.
You want to watch me do this?
No.
Oh.
This, and it's moving in the background.
It's okay. They'll just have to deal with that. But essentially, the gameplay was the same. Story was different. So what happens is you are stuck in a cryogenic sleep for 70 years after you decide to colonize a different place, like a different world. And your ship had gotten knocked off course, so that's why you were in a cryogenic sleep for 70 years. Now, someone comes to save you, and he's very funny. It just so happened that day my emojis weren't working on Twitter. I had to think of which social media outlet I was using. Twitter, and so I kept on pressing it, and then I went into the game, and the drawbridge wouldn't go down for the where you were at, essentially where you were being kept, and he kept on pressing it angrily because the bridge wouldn't go down, and then finally it did. So I related to that at that moment. It was really funny. I thought it was a good way to get people to relate to the game, because I feel like we all do that every once in a while when something's not working and we just like press it repetitively. Hello? That's my husband in the background. You can see him sometimes. If you didn't notice, which is really hard to notice, my hair's down today, and that's because I didn't want to put it up. I couldn't find my hair tie, and I woke up late. There's 3 good excuses there. Essentially, I just didn't do it, but yeah, I didn't want to put my hair up today. I don't think a lot of my followers on Twitch have seen my hair actually down in a long time. It did grow a while back down to like about here, and then I cut it back up here because my hair is dying because I color it too much. That's my life. I'm going to recolor it again I'm gonna change the purple that's on this side to something else. And like you can see that there's different types of purples depending on where we're at in my hair, and it's just because it's faded and I need to recolor it. And then I'm gonna do pink on this side because why not? You know, just things. You can see that my hair has a lot of wave, and that's the one thing I complain about is that my hair has wave but it doesn't have curl, and it really makes me upset all the time. You know, just love life. Woo. Where are we at? We're at 5 minutes, so let's hope it doesn't pause at 6 minutes. Woo. Today's tea is vanilla caramel, and I love it so much, but I have to be really, really careful when I drink it because I treat it like candy because it tastes so good. It is amazing. And so I have to be really careful when drinking it, or else like I'll drink too much and then I'll get over caffeinated, because it is a black tea, and a black tea always has a lot of caffeine in it. Not as much as coffee, but it still has caffeine in it. So yeah, loving tea. Essentially, I had to use a different cup today because again I procrastinated putting my cup near the sink so I could rinse it out and clean it for the morning, but I didn't do that, so I'm using Kyle's cup. So we got queen and king cups. So this is the king one. I love this one. Sorry, my nose itched. I love this cup. I also love my cup. But we got them just after we got married because I wanted us to have he and her cups. I don't know. Sometimes when I get into moods, I want he and her stuff. Like I also wanted he and her towels, but I can't afford embroidered towels. So we went with multicolored towels that were of the same color but different shades, except like for each person. So his are all blue and then mine are all orange or yellow and red or stuff like that, because I like colors. And yeah, that's what we were thinking after we got married. And since we didn't really have a big wedding, it was more or less like we wanted to have more things than people at our wedding, and especially since I kind of didn't have a whole lot of family at my wedding. Most of my family lives in a different state, and on top of that, we decided to get married during kind of like a rough time for half my family. So a lot of them didn't make it or show up. And the ones that wanted to show up came late. And they were supposed to actually like videotape the ceremony, which was great. And then send it to my mother, but they showed up late, so we all just they pretty much went and had pizza with us after the wedding, because that's what we did. So we had our wedding at like a little park, and then we went to a pizza place after. We were supposed to go to a different pizza place that we actually really liked, and then they were shut down because of a fire that we didn't know about. Even we tried to call them like days in advance to tell them that more than one person was going to show up, and then we all showed up at a different pizza place, and they were like, what the heck is going on? Why are all these people here? But yeah. Hi.
Hi, lovely wife.
How are you doing?
Swell.
You want to tell the people what you're drinking?
Milk.
So in the video before this, I had talked about how I pretty much don't really do a whole lot. Oops, sorry, this is kind of all awkward now. It doesn't like me. I guess we're doing this now. It's all crooked, but that's okay. I don't mind. I had talked about how I don't really do much, and I either sit out here or sit in the room or cook. And Kyle made it sound like he thought I made it sound like he was the one making me do that, but that's not what was happening. I don't like people, so I tend to stay in my room. And I'm not saying I don't like you guys, but I don't like awkward encounters, I guess. And so I tend to stay in the room unless I'm cooking. But even then, like, I tend to sing songs in my head or something like that to keep myself preoccupied. And I know that sounds really weird, but I usually sing to myself. I don't know. It makes me feel better inside. But anyways, we're at our 10-minute mark, actually 11-minute mark. And you know what's funny? The entire time with this camera, it hasn't shut off once. It hasn't even paused or acted like it was going to pause. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll just use this camera from now on and hope that it works from now on. Who knows? But anyways, I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your day and or morning or night, wherever you're at in the world. And I hope that your tea was nice and lukewarm for you. And yeah, have a good day. I'm sorry, I have to lean over.